real Hummer.
This is a real Hummer. This is the Hummer H3. It's a full-sized SUV, and we designed the drive system here to operate in full-size SUVs. The interesting thing is the vehicles in America, the vehicles that Americans have chosen to buy are trucks, SUVs, and vans. And most of the people who are attacking the emissions problem are attacking it in small cars. They find it's really hard to get a contractor to fit a 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back of a Toyota Prius.
I gotta say, I understand that because Americans do love big cars.
We do.
So maybe instead of trying to make Americans European, you say, look, they like big cars. Let's find a way to make this work in big cars. So what does the engine do? Just explain how you get to 100 miles a gallon in this thing.
It's all about the technology. You have a drive system that is a electric motor drive system. So electric motors are very efficient, number one. Secondly, you only charge the batteries when you need to with a combustion engine. This vehicle will drive 40 miles on electric only, and then the small combustion engine starts up only to recharge batteries.
Right.
The important thing to note is almost 80% of Americans drive less than 40 miles a day. So it's conceivable 80% of the people out there could drive this vehicle and never put gasoline in it.
Well, Americans love their SUVs on the cul-de-sac.
We're talking no emissions whatsoever, right? Zero emissions on this car,
Zero
right?
emissions with this vehicle when you're driving. That is, well, yes, that's correct. The other side of our business is we do build geothermal power plants. We just commissioned the first plant and started shipping power to Anaheim, California, Disneyland, just in the last couple of weeks. So we took this process and we said, let's go from wells to wheels. So let's generate electricity the most efficient way possible, renewable energy on one side, and then let's utilize it responsibly.
So are you going to be the guy that saves Iceland? I mean, geothermal power, that's what you think of. But in all seriousness, where do you focus for geothermal?
Our plants are out in the West. Again, we just commissioned the first plant. We built this plant from start to finish in less than a year. That's another thing. The modular technology that we've developed and worked with United Technologies on is incredible.
As compared to what? I mean, how long does it normally take to build?
It normally takes 5 to 7 years to build a geothermal power plant, or any power plant can take even longer than that.
Right.
We were able to do this because we build these plants modularly, much like networking computers together. We are networking components built by United Technologies together in a rapid deployment of building power plants. And then we build the power plants, we put them in service, and then we use the power in vehicles like this.
How does the cost compare right now? I mean, to geothermal power as opposed to traditional coal or nat gas fired power?
Geothermal power is by far the best as far as efficiency and cost for renewable energies. It's better than wind, better than solar, better than biomass, better than any of those.
So not quite as cheap as traditional yet, but cheaper than any of the other
alternatives. It actually is so close to the traditional now. We actually price our power now competitive with natural gas plants. So it's a very good source, and there's enough geothermal energy in this country to power over a third of the country's needs right now.
When are you going to, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but when can consumers get a hold of one of these? When are they going to be on showroom floors?
We're expecting to have vehicles available for consumers in 2011. These will be going to some selected fleet buyers this year. And next year we'll have additional units available for additional fleet drivers.
So Hummer first, and are you working with other big SUV makers or?
We designed and built the drive system that's in this vehicle, and our purpose is, if you think of the Wintel model in computers, okay, Intel inside, this is going to be Cimatron, Raser Cimatron inside, and we expect to go across the spectrum of all the platforms.
You're speaking with other automakers at the current time as well?
We are speaking with them, yes.
All right, well, Craig, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We just snuck it in just before the rain, which everyone can see is starting to come down. But nice to meet you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Craig Higginson, as we said, is the Raser Technologies chairman, maker of what will power this 100-mile-a-gallon Hummer H3.